What up, world? What up, world? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Jay Curry back in the building. You already know what time it is. I just wanted to say a couple things this morning while I'm on my way to work. There's a lot going on in the news. I just wanted to talk about a few things. First and foremost, I just wanted to send my condolences out and say rest in peace to John Witherspoon, Pops, Grandpa from the Boondocks, Mr. Jones, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Willie Jones, you know what I mean? Yeah, he passed away this morning. He was 77 years old. They haven't released why he passed away yet or how he passed away yet. They just said it was a sudden thing, but this man was a legend in comedy. Like, I've grown up on him. First time I remember when he was talking about he had to coordinate. You know what I'm saying? He had to coordinate with he had the I think it was a mushroom belt and the mushroom vest, and the inside of the jacket was mushroom, and he had to watch with the, I don't even know, man. He had a whole lot going on in Boomerang, and of course Friday, Mr. Jones, you know what I'm saying? Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your mama. Brothers barbecue, you know what I'm saying? He had a whole bunch of stuff, man. Because, you know, he's been around my whole life, and I'm sure some of y'all's parents' whole life too. So, I mean, you know, first I just wanted to say that, you know, because it kind of shook me up this morning because he was still working on a couple things that I was looking forward to seeing. You know, they were returning with the Boondocks, and he was on that. They were doing the next Friday movie, the last Friday movie. He was supposed to be a part of that. So, like, I just wanted to, you know, see it. You know what I mean? And he never got a chance to complete it or finish it. So that's a, you know, that's gonna be a major loss in the entertainment industry. He was a legend out here, man. It's a lot of things, a lot of comedians that I feel like spawned from John Witherspoon. I don't want to go into the list of those guys, but like I feel like a lot of people, you know, have that similar comedy style, but nothing quite like John Witherspoon, man. He's a talent that was untouched. Second off, what's going on with the Breakfast Club, man? Here, Angela Yee out here and Charlamagne beefing with each other and stuff like that. They talking about the Gucci Mane interview made Angela mad, and I mean, okay, if you've seen the Gucci Mane Charlamagne interview, then you understand what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, go watch that, and then make sure you watch it all the way to the end, because he talks about envying Angela at the end. But I don't know how I feel about that, man. I feel like Charlamagne, he I mean, it's, you can take it either way. He could have done the interview with them, but if Gucci was talking that much mess and Angela didn't want him back in the building because supposedly he got banned, and then that's why he was talking junk because he felt like he got banned or whatever, if he didn't get banned, I don't know. The interview probably was bad timing because everything was still fresh with Angela and Gucci, and I mean, they really arguing about something that's 10 years old, but, you know, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, like I said, go watch the video. It's a whole paper trail of that on YouTube that you can find about what's going on with them. But, yeah, like, it's weird. I don't know. I don't think he should have sat down with Gucci and did that interview. And even if he did, I don't think he should have addressed the Angela Yee stuff, because you don't really talk to her about it on the show. Like, and honestly, this is just my honest opinion. I think the Breakfast Club is done, man. I think, you know, when they go on their holiday break or their hiatus or whatever for the end of the year, and they all go home and get to do what they want to do at the end of the year and take that like 2-week break, and they be playing reruns for that 2 weeks, I don't think they're coming back after that, man. And if they do come back, I don't think they're gonna come back constructed the same. So I like the Breakfast Club. I like their dynamic, even though they be on some weird stuff sometimes. Like, they have great interviews with great people, you know what I mean? So, like, I enjoy watching the people that they bring on their show for, you know, certain reasons. But I don't know, it's it's weird because now Charlamagne is like the outcast of the show, and I saw she was talking about how she didn't like how he was sitting there laughing while, you know, Gucci Mane was calling her all kinds of names, which is true. I don't think that was right. I mean, you can't control another man from calling somebody what he feels in that moment or when he's mad or whatever he got on his mind. You can't control that. But at the same time, your co-host is your co-host, and you gotta wake up and be at work with this person 4 in the morning every day. For the past almost 10 years, that's what y'all been doing together. And, you know, I would think you would have more, not loyalty, but respect for your coworker to not have somebody just bash him like that and you sitting there like like what the bruh, like he's calling her all kinds of stuff, and then he talking about he gonna slap Envy and this and that. I'm like, yo, bruh, you could have changed the subject, Charlamagne. Like, it was not necessary for you to sit there and go through that with all of that. You know what I mean? But like I said, you can't tell somebody how to be mad, but at the same time, like, this is your platform. You created this opportunity for him to talk about it, so like you kind of got to control the narrative of what's going on, because you still have somewhat a responsibility to not embarrass your coworkers in so many words. Like, you pretty much just out here with Gucci, just sitting there letting him rant and rave, and you just sitting there for the ratings, like, yeah, oh, this is gonna make my show hot. But what about the show you've been on for the past 10 years that gave you a good platform? You know what I'm saying? You were Charlamagne before this, but like now you Charlamagne. You know what I mean? You Charlamagne the God. Everybody knows who Charlamagne is now. Like, you're a nationally syndicated show because of the Breakfast Club. So now people all over the nation know your name. Not just the Wendy Williams crowd. Not just the people in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Not the people like me in Columbia who lived there and who heard you on the radio back in the day when I was a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more to it than that. Like, sometimes you gotta... all publicity ain't good publicity. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like he should have kind of fell back on that one, but that's my opinion. I don't know. A lot of people might see it differently. That's fine. Like, I understand you creating your own thing. You got your own platform now to see the God channel on YouTube and all that. Like, you got talking mental health with people. You talking other stuff. You and Angela Rye got your thing going on. The sibling, I think it's Sibling Rivalry podcast or something. So, like, you doing your thing, bro, and I'm not hating or nothing like that. It's just, I feel like that situation could have been either avoided or handled better by all parties involved. Because now Angela talking back and forth with people in the media about Charlamagne, so that makes everything in the morning kind of difficult. But, in my opinion, again, for these past few years, dang, I'm that shit again, bro, I'm on the way to work. Like, I've been doing stuff this morning with my truck. My hands are at. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, for the past few years, I've only seen Angela and Envy together outside of the Breakfast Club. I've never seen Charlamagne and Angela chilling, except for that one video where she was going off on him and getting out the car when he was like talking junk to her or whatever, and she called him some beige something. You beige. Something like that. I don't know. But that's the only thing like I've seen them do together besides like the CNN or whatever interview they had, Fox News, whatever it was. They went on some news station. I can't remember. But they went on some news station all together. It was as the Breakfast Club. And I mean, Charlamagne did the most talking there. But you know, it just seems awkward. It seems like it's not genuine when they on the thing together. And if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all it's over. Like, sad as it is, Breakfast Club had a great run, but it might be over now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like they're on the same wave of we all hungry, we got to make this work with the three of us. Now it's like, well, Envy's making his money flipping houses. Angela got her juice bar, and she's doing well in life on some other stuff. And Charlamagne is like a media mogul right now with his books out, and he got shows and podcasts, and he's featured on other people's podcasts, and you know, he's living. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it just sucks that people can't grow in their own personal space and still keep their unit together. Like, you can be, this is like not saying these guys are this big, the Breakfast Club, none of these people are this big, but like imagine if Beyonce and Rihanna got in a group together. You know how many heads would turn? You know how many fans would be like, you got 1 million people over here that like one and 1 million people over here that like one, and you put them together, then that turns into like 7 million, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, like, you can't, I don't know, man. I feel like you can grow as a person and as a brand and not have to dump on the place that you came from. Like, you can still keep it at home. Look at AJ and Free. They went and did other things after the breakfast or after 106 and Park, and they still came back every reunion. Every time they did something for 106, AJ and Free was there. Like when the last episode came, AJ and Free showed up. So like, yeah, man. I don't know. I just feel like things could have been handled better. And now you can kind of tell in the morning when you listen, like everything is a little awkward. Everything's a little off. Like they're not as close as they were, even if they were ever close. But I don't know, man. I don't know. They should do the Breakfast Club court for Charlamagne, man. Because just bring it all out in the open. Like, y'all got issues with each other. Y'all supposed to be the most transparent group in the morning. Show everybody what y'all talking about then. If y'all got an issue behind the scenes with you and Angela because she don't like how you handled the situation with Gucci, put it on the Breakfast Club court. Y'all fans like y'all for y'all's transparency, right? And y'all claim to be the most transparent bunch online. So make it happen, bro. Like, show everybody what it really is. If y'all got a beef, iron it out in front of the fans. Because it should make it better. Like, it's only going to get you ratings. It's only going to get you views and hits. It's only going to bring in, traffic to the page on YouTube for y'all. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't work. But it's just like, man, right now it's just awkward. Like, it's really hard to listen to y'all in the morning when it's like you got Envy putting on this cartoon voice trying to be, professional or whatever. Yeah, okay, and it's the Breakfast Club, and like, come on, like, we know y'all got issues up there. Like, I know you felt like Gucci Mane was trying to punk you when he said he was gonna slap you. You shouldn't even address it at all, bro. You should just let it be. Like, we all know Gucci be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no problems with Gucci, but I'm just saying we've seen this before, so like, just let it ride, bro. Like, I don't know. Y'all gotta get that right. A lot of people watch the Breakfast Club every day and listen to y'all in the morning. I'm not saying it has to be a 25-year program, but like, dad, you don't think Robin and Howard Stern got into arguments on the show before? Like, gee, people have done this for years and years longer than y'all have been on air. Like, y'all can make this work. Y'all ain't gotta be the typical 3 black people on the show that can't get along and now the show is over. Like, make it work, fix it, figure it out. Come on, man. Like, it ain't that hard. It ain't that big of an issue that couldn't be talked about. Like, it's some old, if it ain't true, it ain't true. Like, jeez, y'all dragging it out like she really messed with Gucci or something. Like, come on, it ain't gotta be that. It really don't. So, to all y'all out there in YouTube land, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because I don't know when y'all gonna see this, but I'm on my way to work this morning. I gotta get some water. I feel very dehydrated. I don't know why. So, yeah, I just wanted to check in. I haven't made a video in a while. Have a good one.